Hello guys, welcome to my channel SwathiPharmaJnan, sharing knowledge. Today's topic is classification of antihypertensive agents along with the structures. I will explain you what are the clues to remember the structures in detail. Getting into the definition of antihypertensive agents, these are the drugs that are used to control or manage the hypertension. That type of drugs are called as antihypertensive agents. These drugs cannot be used for the treatment or for cure of BP. We can only control or we can manage the hypertension till the survival of the patient. Different types of antihypertensive agents are available to treat hypertension, and these different types of the antihypertensive agents, they will work in different ways to control blood pressure. The classification of antihypertensive agents is, first class is beta blockers. Examples are Timolol, Propranolol. ACE inhibitors examples are Captopril, Enalapril, Lisinopril, Benagipril and Quinopril. Sympathetic agonist drugs are also used for the treatment of hypertension. They are also called as alpha-2 agonist. Examples are methyl-dopa, clonidine, guanidine, Guanabens. Various vasodilators can be used to dilate the blood vessels so that the pressure of the blood which is hitting to the walls of the arteries can be reduced. Examples are Nitro, Procyte and diazoxide. Diuretics can be used if any pathological condition of the kidney is improper, then we can use the diuretic drugs to remove the excess amount of the sodium which is present in the patient body who is having blood pressure. Examples are hydrochlorothiazide and spironolactone. Various calcium channel blockers can be used like nifedipine, felodipine, verapamil. Angiotensin II receptor antagonist drugs can be used like losartan and valsartan. Miscellaneous type of the drugs examples are reserpine, hydrolyzin and minoxidil are the examples. Getting into the video, one by one the structures of each and every drug along with the uses and what are the clues to remember the structures we'll see now. The first structure under beta blockers is Timolol. Timolol is the drug which will block the beta 1 receptor and beta 2 receptor so that the heart rate can be decreased, so that systemic vascular resistance can be decreased. Here Timolol contains one heterocyclic compound, that is 6-membered ring containing 2 heteroatoms. One is nitrogen and another one is oxygen, and this is called as oxazin. Oxazin is directly linked to one more heterocyclic compound, that is 5-membered ring containing 2 nitrogens and 1 sulfur. Sulfur is at first position, 2 nitrogens are at second and fifth position. This structure is called as thiadiazole. Thia indicates sulfur, di as indicates 2 nitrogen, ol indicates 5-membered ring containing 2 double bonds. So this oxazin is attached at fourth position of thiadiazole. These two heterocyclic compounds are linked to one oxygen bridge, and then it is attached to one propanol. 3-carbon chain with alcoholic group is called propanol, and it is attached with the NH amino group, and then isobutyl group is attached to the amino group. That is structure of Timolol. Uses are it decreases systemic vascular resistance, and it will be also used as a antihypertensive drug. Propranolol is the well-known drug which we have already discussed in various cardiovascular diseases and also in the sympathetic nervous system. This is also a beta blocker. It contains naphthalene as the basic nucleus. Here oxygen linkase is attached directly to the propanol. That's why pro indicates propanol is present. One amino group is attached between the isopropyl group and propanol group. Pra indicates isopropyl group is present. Pro indicates propanol group is present. Nol indicates naphthalene with hydroxyl group is present at beta position. Consider this one as the alpha position and this one is the beta position, or you can also call it as this is first position of naphthalene and this one is second position of naphthalene. At second position of naphthalene there is OH group. So in the place of hydrogen, the entire side chain is attached. That is structure of propranolol. Uses are it is a best effective beta blocker which is used in the treatment of hypertension. The next class of drugs are ACE inhibitors. ACE is the enzyme which will convert the angiotensin 1. ACE is the enzyme which will convert angiotensin 1 peptide into angiotensin 2. So this enzyme, if we'll inhibit, then angiotensin cannot be produced, so that BP cannot increase. Structure of captopril includes, it contains pyrrole ring, and to this pyrrole ring, pyrrole is 5-membered ring containing nitrogen with 2 double bonds. Here it is completely saturated, so that's why we can also call it as pyrrolidine. This pyrrolidine is attached with the carboxylic acid group at second position, and at first position there is a carbonyl group. Carbonyl group is attached to the isopropyl group. 3 carbon chain with branch is called isopropyl group. This isopropyl group is attached to thionyl hydryl group. Uses are, it is used to treat hypertension, it is used to treat heart failure also. To treat post myocardial infarction, captopril is used. The same class of drugs, ACE inhibitors, examples are lisinopril, enalapril, benagipril and quinapril hydrochloride. We'll see the structures one by one. You can see the structure here. Pyrrolidine is the basic nucleus like captopril present in lisinopril, and it contains carboxylic acid. And here carbonyl group is as usual. Here CH2, CH, CH2, 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 CH2. So totally it is a 5 carbon chain is present. So pentyl amino group is attached. To first carbon and fifth carbon, amino groups are attached. Then here propyl group is attached. Then here butanoic acid is present. To this butanoic acid at fourth carbon, one phenyl ring is attached, that is structure of lisinopril. Next structure is enalapril. Enalapril also contains pyrrolidine with carboxylic acid. Carbonyl group is present, and here ethyl amino group is present directly. Ethyl amino group is directly attached to carbonyl group, and here ethyl group is attached to ethyl ethanoate is attached here, and here one more ethyl group is present, and that will be directly attached to phenyl ring. Benagipril is another structure of another drug under ACE inhibitors. The structure, the name itself you can understand, Benagi indicates benzoazepine is present. What is azepine? Azepine is 7-membered ring containing 1 nitrogen is called azepine. That azepine is attached to benzene, that's why we'll call it as benzoazepine. This benzoazepine is attached to acetic acid. This benzoazepine is containing one substituent, that is acetic acid, which is attached at first position, and at second position carbonyl group is present, and at third position there is a side chain. This side chain contains amino group, and to this amino group CH2, CH2, CH2 propyl group is present. Propyl group is directly linked to phenyl ring, and this side, this is ethyl ester is attached. Next structure is quinapril. Quina indicates isoquinoline group is present in quinapril. So this isoquinoline group is containing carboxylic acid group at second position, and at first position there is a carbonyl group, and this carbonyl group is attached to the ethyl amino group, and ethyl amino group and one propyl group are present. To this first carbon of propyl group there is a ethyl ester, and this propyl group is also attached with the phenyl ring. This quinapril will show a good bioavailability and good absorption when it is linked with HCl. Next class of drugs are sympathetic agonists. Particularly alpha-2 agonist can also be used in the treatment of hypertension. Example under that is methyl dopa. Here methyl dopa indicates methyl group is present, and this entire structure is dopamine structure. Methyl group is present here. So how to remember this structure? So this is phenyl ring containing 2 hydroxy groups at third and fourth position. Consider this one as the first position, second position, third and fourth. Dihydroxy phenyl group is present. To this dihydroxy phenyl ring at first position there is a ethyl amino group is present. CH2, CH, NH2 is called ethyl amino group. To this one carbon to this first carbon, carboxylic acid group and methyl group is present. If methyl group is not there, then we'll consider it as dopamine structure. If methyl group is present, that is called methyl dopa structure. Methyl dopa is used to treat high blood pressure. It relaxes blood vessels so that blood flows easily through the body. Next structure under sympathetic agonist or clonidine. Clonidine contains imidazole basic nucleus. What is imidazole? 5-membered ring containing 2 nitrogens at first and third position is called imidazole. Here single bond is present, that's why we will call it as imidazolidine. For all these heterocyclic compounds, and for the basic nucleus, in detail, one video I have made one video. Check it out in my iCard. This is imidazolidine. Imidazolidine and dichlorophenyl ring both are linked with one amino group, that is structure of clonidine. It is used to treat hypertension and it is a alpha-2 agonist. Next structure is guanidine monosulphate. Guanidine indicates it is a 8-membered ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-membered ring with 1 nitrogen and completely saturated is called octahydroazosin. This octahydroazosin is attached with ethyl group to the guanine group. What is guanine? One single carbon is attached to 3 amino groups is called guanine. Guanine plus octahydroazosin both are linked with eth. Eth indicates ethyl group. So that is structure of guanidine and it is linked with monosulphate to increase its bioavailability. Next structure is Guanaben's acetate. Already I told you guana indicates 1 carbon containing 3 amino groups is called guana or guanine or guanyl group. This group is attached to one imide group. C double bond N is called imide group, and this imide is acting as a bridge between guanine group and dichlorophenyl ring. That is structure of Guanaben's acetate. Acetic acid is attached with the Guanabens to increase its bioavailability or to increase its pharmacokinetic profile. Uses are, it is used to treat hypertension. Other class of drugs which can be used in the treatment of hypertension are sodium nitroprusside and diazoxide. We will see the sodium nitroprusside structure first. Sodium nitroprusside contains the central metal ion, that is iron. To this iron, 4 cyanide groups are linked and 1 nitro group is attached and 1 cyanide group is present. And this one is linked with two sodium atoms, that is structure of sodium nitroprusside. Diazoxide contains chlorophenyl ring. This chlorophenyl ring is fused with 6-membered ring containing 2 nitrogens and 1 sulfone group, that is thiazide group. Thiazide group is linked with the chlorophenyl ring and 1 methyl group is attached at this position, that is third position. These are the vasodilators which are used for the treatment of hypertension. Next class of drugs which are used in the treatment of hypertension are diuretics. If excess of the sodium levels increased in the body, that will also lead to blood pressure. So that's why we have to excrete the excess amount of the sodium levels. So examples of diuretics which can be used in the treatment of hypertension are hydrochlorothiazide and spironolactone. Here thiazide structure already we know. 6-membered ring containing 1 sulfone and 2 nitrogen atoms is called thiazide. This thiazide is attached with the phenyl ring. This is benzothiazide. To this, chloro group is present and here sulfomoyl group is attached. What is sulfomoyl group? SO2NH2 is called sulfomoyl group. You can also call it as sulfonamide group also. Next structure is spironolactone. Spironolactone is a aldosterone antagonist. So this is structure of spironolactone. The steroid nucleus is present. One ketone group is present at this position and SCOCH3 is attached. And here 1 methyl group and here at this position 1 methyl group and here lactone group is attached. that is structure of spironolactone. Spironolactone is used to treat hypertension, hyperaldosteronism and heart failure. Hydrochlorothiazide is used to treat edema. If any edema is there in the person because of heart and kidney problems, then we can use this hydrochlorothiazide. Various calcium channel blockers also we can give for the treatment of hypertension. Nifedipine, felodipine, verapamil. Nifedipine structure contains 1,4 dihydropyridine, that is 1,4 dihydropyridine. What is pyridine? 6-membered ring containing nitrogen is called pyridine. 2 methyl groups are present at 2nd and 6th position, and acetate groups are present at 3rd and 5th position, and at 4th position nitrobenzene group is attached, that is structure of nifedipine. Felodipine structure contains 1,4 dihydropyridine. To this 1,4 dihydropyridine, 2 methyl groups are present at 2nd and 6th position, and at 3rd and 4th, 5th position other substituents like ethyl ester and methyl ester are present, and at 4th position dichlorophenyl group is. Next structure is verapamil. Verapamil contains dimethoxyphenyl ring. Two dimethoxyphenyl rings are present. In between the two dimethoxyphenyl rings there is a substituent, that is ethyl group is attached to the nitrogen, and this nitrogen is attached with the methyl group, and here butyl group is present. To this butyl group one cyanoid group is attached and one isopropyl group is present, that is structure of verapamil. These calcium channel blockers are also used to treat hypertension. How they can be used in the treatment of hypertension is when the calcium influx is more, contraction or constriction of the blood vessels occurs. When we will block the calcium channels, influx of the calcium can be decreased and relaxation of the smooth muscles or dilation of the blood vessels can be done. Angiotensin II receptor antagonist are losartan and valsartan. Losartan is the drug which contains tetrazole as the basic nucleus. This tetrazole is attached with the phenyl ring. This first phenyl ring is directly linked with one more phenyl ring, and here methyl group is present between the phenyl ring and imidazole basic nucleus. To this imidazole basic nucleus at 2nd position there is a methyl hydroxy group is present, at 3rd position there is a, to this imidazole at 2nd position there is a butyl group, and at 4th position chloro group is present, and at 5th position methyl hydroxy group is present, that is structure of losartan. Valsartan also contains tetrazole as the basic nucleus, and 2 phenyl rings are attached directly to the tetrazole. Here methyl group is attached. Methyl group is directly linked with the amino group. This amino group is attached with the butanone structure, and here one isopropyl group is present and one carboxylic acid group. All together they have linked with the 2 groups or linked with one central methyl linkage, and then this methyl linkage is attached to the nitrogen. These 2 drugs are angiotensin II receptor antagonist, and they will be used in the treatment of hypertension. Miscellaneous type of the drugs are reserpine is one of the category of the drug which is used in the treatment of hypertension. Reserpine is obtained from the plant product, that is Rauwolfia. Roots and rhizomes of Rauwolfia contains reserpine. The structure of reserpine contains indole as the basic nucleus. What is indole? Benzene ring with pyrrole is called indole. To this indole methoxy group is present, and this indole is attached to piperidine. 6-membered ring containing 1 nitrogen and it is saturated is called piperidine, and this nitrogen is sharing between this compound nucleus and this nucleus, and here one more cyclohexane group is attached to this cyclohexane group. Methyl ester methoxy group is present, and here oxygen linkase is attached to the carbonyl group. 3, 4, 5 trimethoxy phenyl ring is directly attached to the carbonyl group. It is used to treat hypertension, and it is also used to treat various cardiac arrhythmias. Minoxidil and hydrolyzin are also miscellaneous category of that. 6-membered ring containing nitrogen and it is completely saturated is called piperidine. This piperidine is attached with the pyrimidine ring. What is pyrimidine ring? 6-membered ring containing 2 nitrogens at 1st and 3rd position is called pyrimidine ring. At second position and fourth position amino groups are attached to this pyrimidine, and one oxygen linkase is attached at third position, nitrogen. Minoxidil is used to treat acute hypertension. There is one more medical use with this minoxidil. Minoxidil is also used for hair growth in alopecia and alopecia androgenetica. If the person is having the hair loss, then we can use this minoxidil for the hair growth. Next structure is hydrolyzin. Hydrolyzin contains phenyl ring, which is attached with the 6-member ring containing 2 nitrogens at first and second position, that is called as pyridine. Pyridine is attached with the phenyl ring or benzene, that is structure of hydrolyzin. To this hydrolyzin structure, NH-NH2, that is hydrazine structure, is attached at third position. Hydrolyzin is very powerful in the treatment of hypertension. Mechanisms of individual drugs or individual class of the drugs we'll see in the next video. Thank you all.